Welcome to our channel. Today, we bring you a story that has shaken an entire nation and reverberated across the world. A story of senseless violence, human loss, and the grim reminder of a conflict that continues to cost innocent lives. On April 22, 2025, the serene valleys of Kashmir, known for their breathtaking beauty and peaceful landscapes, turned into a scene of horror. More than 20 tourists, men, women, and children, were gunned down in cold blood while vacationing in the picturesque region of Baisaran, near Pahalgam. This was not just another attack. It was a calculated assault on unarmed civilians, aimed at spreading fear and chaos. In today's deep dive, we'll walk you through what happened, who was responsible, the political aftermath, and why this attack has provoked such widespread shock and anger, both in India and around the globe. It started as a normal day in the Pahalgam region, a favorite among tourists who come to Kashmir to experience its natural beauty and cool climate. Baisaran, often called Mini Switzerland, is a lush green meadow surrounded by dense pine forests, nestled in the hills. A group of over 50 tourists, mostly from different parts of India, had gathered for a day of sightseeing. Families with children, couples, and solo travelers had come to enjoy what should have been a peaceful day in nature. But peace shattered around midday. Gunmen, dressed in military-style uniforms, emerged from the surrounding forests. According to eyewitnesses, the attackers posed as local police officers. They stopped the tourists, asked for identification, and even engaged in brief conversations before suddenly opening fire. Eyewitnesses reported chaos. Some tried to run, others shielded their loved ones. The attackers reportedly targeted individuals based on their religion, asking them to recite Islamic verses or checking for signs of religious identity. Those who could not comply were shot. By the time the firing ended, at least 28 people were dead, and over 20 others were severely injured. After the attack, a militant group known as the Resistance Front, or TRF, claimed responsibility. The TRF is believed to be an offshoot of the Pakistan-based terrorist organization Lashkar-e-Taiba. In a chilling message posted online, the group stated the attack was a response to what they called demographic aggression in Kashmir. They cited the resettlement of non-Kashmiris in the region following the revocation of Article 370 in 2019. Which had previously given Jammu and Kashmir special autonomous status. Over 85,000 non-locals have reportedly moved into the region since then, and this has been a point of contention for separatist factions and militant groups. The TRF claimed the attack was meant to warn outsiders from settling in Kashmir. The reaction in India was swift and fierce. Prime Minister Narendra Modi immediately cut short his diplomatic visit to Saudi Arabia and returned to New Delhi. He convened an emergency meeting with top security officials and condemned the attack in the strongest terms. Union Home Minister Amit Shah flew to Srinagar the next morning to oversee the security response. He promised justice for the victims and stated that the attack would not go unanswered. Meanwhile, security forces launched an intensive manhunt across the Kashmir Valley. Over 100 people suspected of having ties to TRF or other extremist groups were detained in a matter of days. Across the country, candlelight vigils were held in major cities. Social media platforms were flooded with messages of grief, anger, and solidarity. Hashtags like #Kashmir Massacre and #Justice for Tourists trended for days. The world did not stay silent. The United States, the European Union, the United Nations, and several other countries issued strong condemnations. US President Donald Trump stated that such acts of terror against civilians were barbaric and unacceptable. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed deep sorrow and called for international cooperation in addressing terrorism in the region. Neighboring Pakistan denied any involvement, but the Indian government reiterated its long-standing claim that militant groups operating in Kashmir receive support from across the border. The attack has strained India-Pakistan relations even further, with renewed calls in India to take strong retaliatory action. This tragedy is not isolated. It's a symptom of a much larger, unresolved conflict. Kashmir has been at the heart of tensions between India and Pakistan since 1947. Multiple wars, insurgencies, and countless skirmishes have occurred over the region. In 2019, India revoked Article 370, sparking a fresh wave of protests, violence, and now, massacres like this. There are growing concerns about radicalization, the rise of homegrown militants, and the vulnerability of civilians, locals and tourists alike. For the families who lost loved ones in this horrific attack, no explanation can bring back what was taken. No policy or political rhetoric can replace the laughter and joy that turned to screams and silence on that April afternoon. As we reflect on the events in Pahalgam, we must remember that the human cost of conflict is always too high. This attack has once again highlighted the urgent need for dialogue, security reform, and a deeper understanding of the root causes of extremism. Tourism was once seen as a bridge between Kashmir and the rest of India, a way to normalize life, bring prosperity, and build empathy. But now, that bridge is under threat. Let this not be the final chapter. Let this tragedy be a wake-up call to do better. For Kashmir, for India, for humanity. Thank you for watching. Please share this video to raise awareness. Subscribe to our channel for more in-depth reporting and analysis. Stay safe, stay informed.